predicted that people need to wake up at 5 a.m. and I slept in today because he abuses me by starving me. Like literally, I said to myself, I don't have a good reason to get out of bed right now. There's no food here. I even for help at this hour. And I checked the time on my phone twice, so I went back to sleep. And I said I'll just get up later, shower, visit Central Market, and eat that. Let's talk about showering. And how I have not talked to any of the people abusing me because that would have been their first request. It's like, okay, we will pretend that we're gonna give you money, and because you're desperate, we're gonna say, well, send us the video of you showering at Haven for Hope. Oh, nada, pastilha de jabón, qué sé yo. That's my cousin shopping. It's like I won't think anything about it. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. I might send this to a few colleagues that I have. They might enjoy it. Maybe they'll give you money. Maybe they won't. And then they keep the money. That's what I heard was happening when I was growing up. I'm gonna keep the video so that when we actually show on social media that you're happy, I just start sending it to the people that you love and that love you. Entonces mira ella que fuera en Haven for Hope, que nos envió este video a nosotros somos las primas. Mira, me obligó a que yo le preguntara a mis colegas si le pagaban por ese video. Hijo. ¿Tú quieres que yo te envíe un video yo? Sí, bañadita, llena de jabón. There goes another person that they've taken hostage because they're so abused and they're hypersexual. And it's like, what's in her doing this kind of thing wrong, and now you're offering me the same thing and it's good. Some people realize that right away. Others are like, wait a minute, after they have the video. How does she like trick me into doing this? My dad hates holidays because now he might be suffering. Dice, ni para las navidades vino a verme. No, ya ni para las navidades nos llaman, ni nos hablan, ni viene a visitar. I'm not running the business around the holidays anyway. I wonder how much would you give me for me just like charging my phone all day? That's all I do. All of these videos and posts are for me to be able to stay sane. And they're my thoughts. So I use that as an opportunity to educate because I don't want to talk about abuse towards me ever again. Because I love speaking up, and I've been said to my childhood that real life examples are what changes people immediately. How about a real life example of me shopping at Tiffany? Like, I love those. For Hope Radio a few years ago. They started like doing that again, or is that new? There's a butterfly garden. It's like, what more proof does Haven for Hope need to show that that's a place like where people are serious about their lives and like getting out of like either homelessness and or homelessness and poverty? And those ideas that my family from my family origin have, that Haven for Hope is un prostíbulo, and that I should have been there seeking a husband or at least sex partners to pay me. Some of the people in my family or origin, except my parents, have been at homeless shelters, and they're like, you wish that you would find some of those men attractive. Some of those men have money, they're just like lonely, they're depressed, waiting for their social security check to go and cash in some bonds, leave with a hard grudge. As I didn't talk to anyone. It's like I was sent to my childhood. What else? that wants to kill me so that she thinks that people will find her worthy to date. It's called well if he finds out. They find out that you used to be a criminal. They're gonna have to deal with the consequences of that. Whether the person wants to continue a relationship or not. Not slightly, and not even slightly interested in knowing who she has like approached by invading my privacy. My relatives offered to my honeys if my relatives have gone on to invade my privacy, so that my honeys don't sue them for sexually harassing them, for genocide. That happened a lot as well. We won't be buying her a house, but we will be giving you whatever you want. Just ask for it. We just don't want to be sued. This was a misunderstanding. Know that she's in love with you. Unfortunately, that's when we start respecting people. Sometimes is what they say. When we find out that one of our family members is in love with someone, and we always want to tell you. Ya dejaron de presentarle a la que tiene la misma edad que él, a la que es mayor, a la que es menor, a la que se llevaría bien con su mamá, con su papá, con su tío, con sus amigos, con su hermano. That's how you spend their time. Think you that like read me and or watch me that has never witnessed what I witnessed in my childhood, do you think that I'm gonna like give in to speaking with my parents, my siblings, their relatives, and their neighbors for the abuse that they put me through? No.
I'm gonna cry for my Valentine's. Like, I don't want to like this Pero odié porque no me sabes palabra. Oh, I'm socially isolated from people that love me. Where you see when you like to eat dinner? Yeah, or be with people that love me besides Aiden and Kaylani, because I heard that while I was growing up that children, like, it's not enough for, like, one stays alive for one's children. Or it's not enough for one to say I feel full. One needs social interactions, like my children came after me. Having friends. So that was my goal in 2020. Like, go away, people. I just want to feel full. I don't know, the people that were full. Some of them understand abuse. Some of them I have been like, era que cuando yo llegaba, ya mami, ¿cómo tú estabas? Decía, oh my god, I feel full. Like, I quiero ser de persona, vete. You're probably good to someone else somewhere out there anyway, so I'm like, oh, and my parents, just to cover their tracks of abuse. This would have been the SEO show if I would have let my parents like decide what I post on social media. It would have been like, ay, mira lo que respetuoso es con la amiga. Ay, mira qué lindo es con la mamá. Ay, mira cómo es con su hijo. Ay, míralo a él cómo es con mi hermana. It's like, I don't need to fix anyone's reputation. So the parents say, no es que está enamorada. Because she's just trying to teach people that he's not like a murderer and a rapist. That he also has a double life is what they call it. And like, I want to show you the murderer rapist that he is. Had he been like in my immediate presence. Porque that was his goal while he was talking to me, to murder me and rape me. And then my primas would be having a blast and saying nene, because then they would have gone to invade my privacy to seek the men that I love. And I'm like, viste qué linda ella es con eso, parece que está enamorada de él. Porque one cannot like be realistic, excuse me, in their presence, porque they'll use that against one. So si eres lindo con la mamá, es lindo con la mamá y ya. Pero this isn't the SEO show. It won't ever be. SEO es un asqueroso. I love this because for core purposes, and this is like everyone in general population, I've been thinking like in the past few days, it's like, it's so obvious like the men that she hates, the faces that she makes. When have you ever seen me describing a government that way? Like, not even my children's father gets that much hate. I feel My parents have made it obvious that they're trying to kill me. It used to be that one would receive money for at least lunch every day and a taxi ride at a Puerto Rican restaurant para que le dieran la cara allí y ellos poder decir, pero por lo menos le estamos auspiciando el restaurante que they didn't pay for anyone. Y ella por lo menos tiene una comida al día que es puertorriqueña. Si le da la gana de no comer en el home shelter todo el día, ese es su problema. Pero ante Puerto Rico nosotros nos vemos bien auspiciadores. Ni te vas a comer pizza con su dinero. Ya cansas de comer en un restaurante puertorriqueño. Nena, no hay un restaurante chino nearby que puedas gastar ese dinero en comida. That's how they live their life. Oh, and me showing conversations of Ezio with other people where he's actually being a human would probably be an invasion of his privacy if I did that. And another thing, that would have been the equivalent of me being in court asking for them to not seek the death penalty for him when I'm seeking the death penalty for him. I'm very careful with what I post. When did this turn into Law and Order? I'm a beautiful mother of 2 children. Up until like 2017, I had friends that loved me. Yeah, I've been seeking financial stability ever since to be with said friends. That's why this is a hate crime against me. Finally to the point where I've texted my honey like a reasonable amount of time. What else? What else? At least I've said what I wanted to say, and he did respond until like I said what I wanted to say. Like everything's just repetitive after that. Know that I crowned myself in 2020? Or did I crown myself or the world did? I had the Catholic Church was like I was supposed to say COVID-19.
with all of this. I just assume he does. It's like, why do you aspire to be Mr. Perfect? It's like, you don't need that ever for me. And that's when you're actually like have friends and you show that you're happy. Like la corona te la llevaste. I know. My siblings get in the way of my happiness someday. Heavy lessons found some sense into all of this. Or if he roots me, or he just follows the news. And Sarah, I worry about Sarah. She must be calling me It's like, don't preach amazingness. You're turning into shit. And it's not even a feeling. It's a shit. That's what I imagine. Actually, that's what it's doing to me. Like, there could be people that say, okay, I see it, but I don't see it. Pero dicen ese día. I'm gonna cry in her arms someday. It's like, why aren't you doing more for people? Because you can. I'm like, not you. I'm actually going around to people saying I'm running for president. Couldn't have done it without you. My friends and with my children, whose only requirement, whose only expectation from me is to live. Messages where my friends call it the lovers have been kidnapped and they've been like congratulating the wrong people until at this point. or will continue congratulating the wrong person because they're like, this is who Wesley feels proximity to me while everything was happening, and who told me that she's the queen. So I think that the one that's in the like know-it-all category is the one that told me not her. Kaylani said to me when she was 3 that princesses don't wear pants. Or princesses don't get dirty. And I looked at Mini-Me. So I was like, excuse me, as a queen. Because I've heard kids that age saying, me haré de la casa que soy yo, que tú no sirves. A la propia madre. So I just took a deep breath back then. I said, oh, I'm doing so good. Oh, we are so it's like calling yourself a princess and not a... Oh, why did she hurt? Let's be true. Like, okay, but we're not giving up yet. You can have a fascination of like getting more dresses and skirts when we shop, but we're not giving up pants. She didn't become upset at that. Well, I become healthy and have another girl. That's what I had on my mind today. That'd be fun to watch. About you, but I was very clear with the Guiños throughout the time that we were dating that he needs to be healthy and that I would not have a baby with someone that uses drugs. Oh my god, I let my armpit hair grow a little bit. Now I want to like lay down on a beach in France. It's like so sexy because it's just like a little bit. Like a Puerto Rican store, I don't understand anything. It's like when have you seen Barbie with armpit hair? Like, bitch, puta. Barbie nació después que los europeos. I was taught in my childhood, it's like they based everything de menudo para acá o de Barbie para acá. Does Puerto Rico look like Regina Geisha? I am is everyone that happy there? Like from like a perspective of like how people are dressed and dancing, but not when they open their mouth and speak. lives as if her job would have been to just recruit hot people to live in Puerto Rico. It's called having friendships. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored now. And I did not seek conversation with my parents, my siblings, my relatives, and their neighbors because then they would have fed me lines for me to say anything. I'm so bored. They think that that's foreplay. Ew. I've never had that sense about me being bored. I guess that's what when they're serving too. They're like, okay, I'll be like your least priority, but somehow I become your priority because I'm so like aggressive and so available. I have no respect for women that are trying to kill me and probably talk to my honeys every day trying to sex them out. So disgusting. I witnessed that while I was growing up. Ooh, I just received my schedule for me to work at Gap for the week of January 21st, 2024 through January 27th, 2024. I only work one day. And I need to get back like to stitching and creating videos for my YouTube channel, Arnie Lorenzo Art, and selling my work at events. That's how I met Cyrus. Anyways, I so look forward to that. I so look forward to it. Sitting with a table full of my work at an event and having a handsome guy show up. I'm like, who is this? And when can I take him home? No, I didn't think about that. So I said, oh my god, well, I'll see him again. But hey, just like add me on Instagram. Because the conversation that we were having was about my work and art, so I'm just like, add me on Instagram. Then a few weeks later, I'm like, how is he still messaging me? OMG. up with me. And my honey texted me, and my customer and I'm like looking at my messages, and I'm like, oh my god, I even poor right now. I was smitten in bed talking to these men via Instagram and text. And Berenice called me to say like, oh my god, I'm so in love with you right now. Oh my god, I know, like, oh my god, I need to get out of poverty. What I said to her is like, I have no energy, no money, I'm just gonna sell feelings, which was something that was said to me in my childhood. It's like, if you want to attract like a lot of money, don't sell art, sell feelings. But I wasn't like ready for that financially, so it was just so depressing to be my head literally. And just like giving like half-ass relationships to people that love me. While I'm like going through my Instagram stories, I'm like, an art collector? This person? What? Welcome to the party! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, if everybody needs to know I'm talking to people right now in this house. And like I wanted to have lunch with a lot of people, so I did say to like 5 people, it's like, if you could all like help me sell a piece of my work for $100,000 each, like I should have $500,000 by the end of the week. But I didn't say that to them. And I should have asked for more money, but I'm like, I just want like lunch somewhere with you all. So like $100,000 is what I need, and that is like, I could possibly pay my rent next month. Like it's like I want to get the billions for myself. That was my mentality. It's like, I know you could, but like I want to do it this time around. That was it. It's like that's been my goal since I was stitched them and put them in a little box. I'm like, here goes $1,000,000. $1,000 to the right person. So lonely. This gets mad at me because he's like, ando escándalo y no recibe nada de dinero. And so like, I know you're kind, your parents abuse you, and you don't say anything to anyone. Tan inteligente, tan linda y no gana dinero. So it's probably his reviews to be around me. Entra y me dice, you see that that's how some people behave. It's like, instead of getting a therapist, they go on saying stuff like that. said, yo, I will never hurt you with my words. Maldito sea. Todavía está pobre. So I brought his to be fun. Anyways, but that was better. Why am I not receiving donations? Oh my god, like I do not want to go to another day living in poverty. I do not want to stay at Haven for help. I'm pretty sure Sarah maybe has a friend that says, why don't you teach her how to buy stock? Or has anyone told her that look to the right buyer? Those are worth billions each. We think she's just stitching at home and just being Susie homemaker now. We don't talk to her or see her. And now she's like, I'm being good to myself. Did I never say I'm being poor? I'm like, maybe I needed to slow down and sort my feelings, but that's not true. That's like what I tell myself to feel better. What else? Oh, look at that! According to Bloomberg Business, Burger King is now asking restaurants to put good vibes ahead of order speed. That should help with the quality of the food too. And the attitudes of the employees. Have you ever seen like an angry Burger King worker? That never happens in Puerto Rico. Like here, you're just como mamacita. Ya yo bailé ayer y voy a bailar después. Y mi Chanel ya va de camino que lo compré online. So yo mismo yo pienso que me lo va a deliver. Tengo a alguien que me limpia la casa mientras yo estoy aquí en Burger King, porque es que a veces se ven unos Burger King aquí. Que por eso es que yo trabajo. A veces hay conferencias en el área y aparecen por ahí, o siempre hay like uno en un millón puertorriqueño que se sabe comportar. Y yo aquí estoy pero porque ellos me sirven a mí también. Anyways, les dije que mientras yo estoy aquí hay alguien limpiando mi casa y tengo Chanel being delivered by the UPS guy. Anyways, what else? You should never judge anyone. And like I see a hot bouncer and I say, oh my god, maybe I came with the trust fund. That's a part-time job. Just to like, I don't know, maybe he likes the music but doesn't like to dance to it. That sort of thing. That happens in some areas. I'm sure like that's what people say of Jaden, not knowing if Jaden has access to his wealth or not. It's like, oh, you're so
too. He's in college and has a part-time job.
I said to Berenice in 2019 as I was doing Uber Eats, James Franco is like praised for having a job, even though he has money. So when people see me doing Uber Eats, it's like, okay, why is she here? She that bored at home? Is she testing the system? Trying to learn the city? Bored at home? Doing volunteer work? It's like we would have never guessed that she needs money or she's scared to be in her apartment. So her prima delivered pizza while she was a child and she threw a fit. But that's how her prima learned the city that she was living in. I mean, I was already familiar with San Antonio. I've already been dancing and eating too many places. All over San Antonio, that's my hobby. Spend gas money. It's like, what's the furthest In-N-Out burger? That's right. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm just scrolling through Instagram to read if any more of my accomplishments. I knew this is why I was screaming, asking for people to please give me money. Because I knew in 2020, historically, a war starts somewhere. And my parents will try to blame me for it. So that's why I was in such a desperate mode. Like for people to help me financially, because I'm people start becoming tense is how my parents call it, and my siblings are like, we're here ready with the signs that it's all her fault, it's all her fault, it's all her fault. We thought the war even having started, Daddy and Mommy. Anyways, so I said I'm just gonna keep my peace, not ever talk to them again. For something like that were to happen, I know where it started. And this isn't my fault because I'm pro-life. What else? What else?
expected to return to a state of normalcy. So this is where my daddy says, okay, now she can buy a car for herself after the mess that she made. It's like I call that mess me being hungry and starving. It shouldn't be a pandemic. It should be consistency. What else? In the coming months, following a protracted pandemic period of depleted industry-wide inventories, sky-high transaction prices, rising interest rates, and a dearth of automakers' incentives, with dealers again sitting on full lots in the shop, and consumers showing no sign of falling out of love for new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Hallelujah. Did I end that stereotype? Please tell me that I did and that I will. Of like, I got my incentive from the government, I'm gonna buy myself a 500 chonguito que me va a dejar a pie en todos lados, pero en lista yo la pico. Like, that should not exist. Like having car problems and being out there like in a car that isn't safe, it's not a priority to me. Anyways, the market research firm Cox Automotive predicts sales prices will continue to decline moderately in the coming year, with discounts and incentives becoming more plentiful. Unfortunately, it looks like high interest rates continue to adversely affect affordability somewhat. So cash is king, cash. Start giving money to people. A decade from now, when we look back at the years immediately following the global pandemic of 2020, we'll be awed by the dramatic swings and unprecedented, I love these words, circumstances the economy and auto market endure. It's like, why are you sitting on your money and not spending it? I know the cost of food could rise and you don't want to die. But historically, prices have never surged like so much that people can't afford them. So you've been miserable and making other people miserable and possibly killing people with your attitude over not buying yourself a vehicle. And then you die and all the money gets lost. It's like my parents might die. And where does all my money go if they don't give it to me? Have you all thought about that? Es que se van a llevar el dinero con ellos, como dice el comediante. Back to this, I'm so excited, it's so amazing. Dios mío, am I the coach that practices what she preaches? What else? So my daddy says, well now, it's too sleepy. He probably says to people, well, ahora que los precios bajaron, maybe it's time to give her money para que se compre un carro. I wonder if you all can match that by gifting me money through my GoFundMe campaign. Con toda esta evidencia de que I do so good, so good, so good. Those $20 from people that actually care are gonna taste so good when I buy myself a meal. Y de 20, medio millón, 30, 50 dólares o millones, llego a mi meta. And I'll put it to good use for myself, for Jade and Kaylani. As a consequence, that will help others. And when I'm financially secure, I want to help others with money. By gifting money and by being present. Because some people have money and they don't know what to do with it. Well, I'll tell you a story. By asking yourself where is it that you want to put that money. But there's some people, I've said before, that are like, cuando ya se compra carro, cuando ya se compra una casa, cuando ya se compra eyeliner. That's almost impossible because I don't share everything that I have. I probably won't. I have a life to live too, so I won't be on social media all day either posting. Heart-shaped eyeliner design, and I'm so jealous. Like, that's the mood that I'm in right now. Down to the tan. It's like me in 2020, it's like, keep making it obvious that it's a hate crime. I have all the evidence that I'm a woman. I don't need to prove it to anyone, but there's someone out there who's really trying to, oh my god, my husband loves it when I take those pictures in the tub, but I feel so bad because my family abuses me and says, nena, deja de ser una cuero, eso no se hace, eres una porquería, bla, 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 bla. Ay, hice una cuenta de Instagram con fotos de mí en la bañera. A mi esposo le encanta. Dice, yo no sé, algo así, ante todo. Porque se agarró la idea. It's like we would pay for more content, but when is she gonna admit that she's hungry? Porque poor thing. A picture of estoy con una person bajándose la nalga. And some of us are like, thank God she's not doing that. So it's just so fun to watch because they're all suffering the same conditions. Like, the same cry out. Mientras la que está suena la nalga y nadie le hace caso porque they're like, we're not interested in that. Ate prior to her, she didn't show that. But people know that she ate prior to her. Respect her for that. Jorge Avilés got mad at me one day when I posted lingerie from H&M. I was like, what's the shop? But I know how much he loves, like, seeing pictures of me wearing lingerie, so I don't have And some of these men that I've dated are probably like, why does she have to post these pictures that she took to send to me? I didn't want to see that one of her in a bathtub. I haven't seen her. I haven't received that one. It's all like first. So it's like now I'm upset because I'm scrolling to this and I just saw a picture that I still haven't received. But it's not her fault, it's her mother's fault for starting her. So moving on, moving on, moving on. What else? What else? What else? What else? But if you don't like it, stay off my social media. This is such a beautiful picture. This woman is beautiful. It's a beautiful dress. What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay. I just read it would feel so good to be living in a home like I can ¿Qué? Pregunta de dónde empezó la guerra. En Aguada, Puerto Rico. Kilómetro 4.5. Localización de dónde están, a ver si ya dejan de joder conmigo, me envían ya mi dinero. Es like yo recuerdo todo. And Google Maps has existed for years. Maria continued to behave virginally after having This is a beautiful bracelet. Like, I want stuff like this. Okay. And Ocean. These are so pretty. Shared conversations with David Ledesma, that's his last name, out of my thought process, and also it makes it obvious that I'm not sexting with anyone on Facebook. Like my parents, my siblings, their relatives, and their neighbors want people to believe. It's like, nena, no, si esa es peor que si estuviera abriendo las nalgas a la gente de las conversaciones que ellos tienen. De tan inteligente que es. Lo que dicen ahora, estoy segurita. They're like, oh, ella nunca estuvo aquí hablando con nadie, que si se lo iba a mamar, que si lo iba a besar, que si el embroidery de ella es ellos dos juntitos acostaditos uno al lado del otro. Anyways, pictures are really bad. That's how some people live. Anyways. Nordstrom in 2016 because that had my time work. I used to send him pictures of me wearing fur. That one I sent to like so many people that day. All my coworkers that I was close to, like, look what I just did on my break. This is this beautiful piece of fur. I gotta find it. Just because I'm breaking. Let me send it to him better. Was that the most gift from Nordstrom that year? I wouldn't know. I did not go on to find out. Anyways. What else? What else? What else? So yeah, if you could fund me for me to look pretty on social media and maybe attract that honey to talk to me, maybe I'll get back to like. So according to E-News, this I love, but this is what I grew up like reading and watching. The ultimate combo. Hashtag Golden Globes Award with a side of fries. It's a heart emoji and says Paul Giamatti went to In-N-Out following his big win at last night's ceremony. And he's wearing a tux. Anyways, moving on. Moment that my parents are waiting for because they're trying to kill me. If I were to die of unnatural causes, and please like make sure that my parents, my siblings, my relatives, and their neighbors go to jail for it. And I'd like Berenice and Jorge to be creative directors using my work. And my honey David Ledesma to pick who the collaborations will happen with. And I please ask that you that are watching and reading to make sure that my babies, Zayda and Kehlani, are financially stable and that they never suffer. Because considering the family that I grew up in, even if they built a world where everything is my work and you're amazing, you're like, oh my god, this is so much luxury and everyone now treats themselves well. There's no more $300 vehicles that like just give headaches to people because they don't work. Don't ever feel like just because that's happening, Dana and Kehlani are well taken care of. What's Sarah's role in all of this? You can whip them. Or right here. I'll be dead. Anyways, I don't want Jada and Kehlani to stress, so please don't like force them to do anything that they don't want to do. They want to participate in the process and they're invited. Use them. Respect them. And I start receiving money now. Now that my parents and my siblings and their relatives and their neighbors say, we win, we win, we win. This is what we've been working
since she posted her artwork on social media in 2018. I invited her friend to see what I'm to say, okay, who she fucking who she's the best friend. Who is everyone? What the fuck is going on around here? When does this art get staged? We're gonna steal it from her and that sort of thing. And then if they did like what they used to do to my cousins while I was growing up, they invited all of those people and they're like, we're gonna surprise her one day with the home. And stuff like that. That's why I decided to seclude myself from my parents, my siblings, my relatives, and their neighbors. And I'm isolated from my friends, colleagues, and lovers in Jada and Kimberly because I'm trying to get me to move back to Puerto Rico. It's like there's space here for the other Skype. There's called respect. It's called respect. Have a conversation, a relationship with your daughter. And she'll tell you, to myself, that I did not have to hear one word about how my children are lazy or disrespect towards Jorge, Berenice, Sarah, and David. On behalf of my parents, my siblings, my relatives, and my neighbors. In the meantime, some of my freemas are closing group chats, apologizing to some of the men that I've dated. And they're like, we're sorry for all the fancy parties we invited you and all the harassment. This is like the answer that we were looking for, and she just said it. It's not what they do. And I've heard that Berenice sketches, so this new collaboration between Berenice and I have been living just for that to happen. Thank you to Mark Zuckerberg for creating something I said that I wouldn't in my childhood. For me to have a way to sort through all my thoughts. Even though it's not the pretty panty party that you would like everyone to see. Which I assume is like what you hope to see in people and why you work so hard in Facebook and Meta as an organization and educating people. It's like, where are all those pictures of Keimani and Jaden since continue to? Why is that not happening anymore? Wouldn't that be suspicious for people? It's like, that's why I always speak to you. Like, I don't want to be like, I'm going through a rough time without saying that I'm homeless, that I'm hungry. That means starved by my parents, my siblings, my relatives, and their neighbors. Well, before, like, honey, why doesn't she say that she is homeless and broke? It's like I haven't seen pictures of Keimani and her and Jaden Innocence in so long. At the beach, at a pool. We see some of those group chats where like some of our pictures pop up sometimes. It's like look at this one. Not desperation, just happy with herself that she's taking pictures in her bedroom. So
So apparently some of the men that she's dated share that. I don't know if they share my pictures. I would never object to that. When I send out a picture, I'm like, assume that it's gonna be sent to other people. Because I do that. I'm like, oh my goodness, my honey sent me a picture of himself at the gym. I'm here with my best friend. Oh my god. So she retaliates by saying late at night, if this is a big picture, I'm sharing it with you. Oh my god, it's okay, that's right. To enjoy. Because like, I don't even know, like, if the guy, like, I don't know the backstory about the guy sending, like, the dick pictures, so I don't want to be a part of that. It's like the best feeling, I miss that. Dropping off my best friend in her home, arriving to my home, and as I'm walking upstairs and texting her like I'm home, receiving pictures from her in lingerie, because that is what she's doing. After I dropped her off. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shower. What do I wear? Naked or lingerie? I'm by myself. It's a great feeling. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Should we tax in the rich, or should Ramon Lorenzo already start giving me my drugs? It's like, where's the tax money going anyway? If my food stamps could balance this too, it's like not enough to eat every day. Social Security should be like, oh my god, you're hungry, you have a need for money, here's some money, not like, you need like some paperwork from your doctor and all of this crap, and in the meantime you could die. I wonder how much stress do people that work at the Social Security office have, knowing that a significant amount of those applications that they receive are from people that die in the process of not receiving money. It's all been said before. I want all of my 15 trusts right now. My work is now here complete. I did not let my parents, my siblings, my relatives, and their neighbors decide who will be creative director for something that might not even happen. I might not even die, like, suddenly. And yes, when I'm wearing something pretty, you might say, well, did her parents pay for it if they gave her her trust, or did she buy it for herself, or was it a gift? You want to know so bad, just ask. I know there are a lot of people that are like, oh my god, I feel so bad. I was saying she's a fake. Her mom buys her those page denim. And the marks on her face and her starvation and pleas for money just taught me a lesson that she was buying the page for herself all the time.